Aquarius, how you doing? Welcome back to the Astroflower family. If you're not a member of the Astroflower family, it's just a case of subscribing, clicking that bell. There's loads of links in the description below. This week here we're going to do a little bit different because there's been a lot going on. We've had the eclipse that's just gone through. We've also got retrograde of Pluto going into Capricorn on the 29th, which will last pretty much the same time as the two eclipses between the 30th of May, 30th of April right through to the 25th of October, which is the eclipses, and Pluto goes from the 29th of April right through to the 5th of October. So it's all about letting go this at the moment, basically, within the ambient field or the astrology, as it were. That's very, very basic, of course, you know. But if you don't know anything about the Astroflower, we're going to look in a little bit about your elements and stuff like that, and see how they're playing at the moment. It seems to be a little bit more complicated on the financial side of life. It seems like the emotions are a little bit tried, and sometimes you could be really warm and sometimes really cold. It's almost like bipolar-ish in a way within the business sort of sense. And you know, there's something moving on, and maybe it's because you're concentrating a lot on what you're doing at the moment in the business side. We'll see. Okay, so this is your Astroflower. This is like your relationships and your pleasures and stuff like that. And this is your business side. This is all to do with finances, jobs, businesses, projects, and that sort of thing. These are your karmic paths, respectively. These are how the universe sort of influences your karmic path, respectively. These are how your guides influence your karmic path, respectively. And these are how your guides influence the conversation that is within you. This is how you interact with the world around you. And this is the overriding element that's running through you at the moment. So let's just look at the we're going to channel it this time like we do on Cymatic TV, which I do on the Sunday night, where I get messages from the earth and the ley lines, the energy lines that go through the earth, and also see what's happening in the sun and see how it's playing on your health, mental health, your spirit, and everything like that. So we're going to do a similar sort of thing here. So we're actually going to channel the cards before they come through, try and get the message before we actually turn over the cards. So we're going to use these cards almost like as a sort of clarification in a way. Okay, so we've got the cards up, these ones up, just to sort of give us the start of the journey. Okay, so this is how the universe is trying to influence this. So last week you had the Six of Wands there, and then you had the Three of Wands there. So it's now moved on to this side. So the journey has gone from a relationship side onto the financial sort of side. And on your relationship side, it's sort of a case of now you know how to interact in a relationship side in regards to a couple, collective, that could be friends, family, and stuff like that. It's applying your understanding to actually to get the best out of those relationships, or to allow those relationships to grow even further. And I would be looking to sort of like trying to instigate or invigor, put in a bit of vavavoom, as they say, a bit of punch into the relationships in regards of kind of, you know, I want more. You should want more. Based upon how you know how relationships can work and your experience within you, and how you apply your experience to the relationships that are around you. So it's a case of being there. Taking your time and sharing your understanding within the collective or within your relationships and stuff like that. Let's just see how the guides are sort of trying to influence this week. they're giving you backup, like an Emperor or the King of Wands or the Strength card. Oh, okay, so it's the Queen of Swords, which is pretty much a similar sort of thing. It's very clear thinking. She knows where she's going, and she's got her eye on the goal, which is the star. So, yeah, you guys are sort of saying keep yourself focused of where you're going within your relationships and stuff like that. It's not may not be the best thing to try new things out, but the universe is trying to help you sort of like get the best out of relationships, or for you to actually get the best out of you within the relationships. That's what it seems to be like. And the guys are sort of saying, you know, keep your eye on the goal, keep your eye on the prize. Yeah, I didn't channel that one. Habit. That's the problem with habit. You end up doing things when you shouldn't be. So this has got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is where you had a Ten of Swords last week. So it is the starting of a longer journey. Page of Pentacles is that whole idea of how to use your resources wisely in order to account for crops or future harvests. Yeah. So it's the guides there on that side are sort of saying, you know, invest in relationships that are worth investing in. Apply your knowledge or your understanding to those relationships. Keep your eye on the goal. Make sure you realise the long-term plan. So, yeah. It's socialising, but without trying new things. So it's like almost consolidating things, consolidating your relationships and stuff like that. Okay, let's just see what's happening on the financial side of life. So this was on there, the other side. So you had a bit of worry, and it was all about the fair exchange last week. So things are moving on really quickly here, and you've got to go quick. This is why I'm saying your emotions are going to be tried a little bit. So sometimes you're going to be blowing hot and cold, as it were. But when you blow hot, blow it hot. When you blow cold, blow it cold. You know, it's that sort of thing. But whatever you do, just go and do it. You just head off. Don't look back at the moment. Just head off. Oh, there you got the Six of Wands. She was over there last time. Six of Wands. Yeah, your guides are definitely trying to provoke victories within you, and that's what they want. They want you to move on. They want that promotion. They want that that profit within your business. They want your business to work. They want the project to work and stuff like that. How are the guys influencing that conversation within you on the financial sort of side for this week? What's going on? Expand and apply yourself. So when the opportunity arrives, take it, do it. Nine of Wands. Now, Nine of Wands is about healthy boundaries. Yeah. And that could play back to that sort of like blowing hot and cold sort of thing. But it is also about going on a journey. When we go on a journey, and this plays into the Three of Wands as well, you know, they're both looking out there. You've got a lot of wands actually on this side, which is quite nice. It's got a lot of passion and stuff like that. they're both standing there and looking out to the future. Yeah, that one there is protecting or the boundaries and stuff like that, and this one here is just literally going out to the future. Moving on. But when you're planning on going on on a voyage, or you're planning a business and stuff like that, you have to put checks and balances in place, and that's what that Nine of Swords is all about. So if you put those healthy boundaries in place, because that's where that Hierophant was up there last week, and if you've got those healthy boundaries in place, it's going to trigger those things that kind of go, oh no, stop, no, I'm not selling it at that price, or no, I'm not getting it, I'm not investing in that, or no, I don't want to do that with my project. Own it. That's what it seems to be like. Let's sort of see what's happening with the... Ooh, it's like champagne. Ace of Cups, champagne. So, yeah, you're going to be out there. You're going to be loving it. You're going to provide that cup of love for life. So you want to go out there and get it. And that's going to be the same on the relationship side as much as it is going to be on the financial sort of side. So just go ahead and live it, basically, Aquarius. What's the energy running through you at the moment? Much more stable by the looks of it. Okay, so it's the Five of Pentacles. Bit of a lonely path this week, maybe. Maybe it's things that you've got to do. It's a card of ostracization, and it's a card of losing money and stuff like that. But I think it's more a case of, I don't necessarily think that you're losing money. I think it's a case that maybe it's a case of, you might have had complications in the past, regardless of whether it was to do with relationships or to do with business, and you're a little bit more guarded. You seem to be a little bit more on the periphery of things rather than in the mix, as it were. And it's caution and sort of realizing that you've got the key to your future if you want it. Okay. So this week here on the relationship side, it's sort of like keep your eye on the goal, go for it, head for it, don't mess around. Use your understanding and your knowledge to provide happiness, and the mechanics of providing happiness. Just allow that to flow out of you and express that express it in your everyday life. On your financial sort of side, be very astute and strike when you need to strike. Make sure you're ready to say no when you're supposed to say no, and say yes when you're supposed to say yes. I think that's what it's all about. And this will provide you with good victories, good solid victories, good solid advancement in your life. That's what they're trying to encourage within you. But it's going to be moving on, and you're going to be called to a plan of action. Yeah, definitely. A plan of action of, it could be within your own job, it could be in change of job, or it could even be a new business or something like that, or it could be just a case of doing your job differently, or doing your business differently, or doing something different within your project. Whatever it is, this week here seems to be very, you know where you're going. You're not messing about, Aquarius, this week. You're not messing about. You're going to go and get it. Just be wary of just locking yourself away, that withdrawing from society. Just be careful of that, because you'll end up losing, because you have to you have to catch that back, if you pull out from society, at some point you've got to go back into society, and as you go back into society, you take your eye off the ball. So it's a fine balance at the moment. I would sort of more of a case of sort of be very astute in your business, but make sure you enjoy life. Okay, there you go, Aquarius. I hope it's going to be a good week for you. Don't forget, if you're already part of the Astro family, I hope you enjoyed the family meeting, the Astroflower family. If you're not, it's very easy to join. All you've got to do is subscribe and click the bell. It doesn't cost you anything, and you will just have notifications, and you will have more content like this, and you'll see if it works for you. You know, the Astroflower, I set it up over 30 years in order for it should be a tool to help you in your everyday life, in every aspect, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. You know, so welcome. Do subscribe, and I will see you next time around. In the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.